Okay, so the other day I released some information on my personal website, which is barryhillier.com, and how I use Lovable and vibe coding to create that. That included how I actually created a chatbot. Want to actually share what we did with Auto Agentic. And in this instance, I'm not going to show the whole site. I'm happy to go through that if anybody has any questions. What I want to do is actually explore what I did to create a chatbot and how I enhanced that specifically. So let's go and take a look right now at what we did, and I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive here. So starting point here is right here where we've got this chatbot. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that everybody can see. What I did to begin with was I used vibe coding. So for anybody that's not familiar with vibe coding, it's basically that sense of you're going with the vibe, but you're just using natural language to build something. You could be building an app, you could be building your website. In this case, I actually built a chatbot. Wasn't sure I could do that, and I just had a feeling of testing. So I think with AI, that's one of the exciting things is, will this work? Won't this work? So, just if you have an idea, try it. We're in that great phase of the AI of exploration. What I did was I created the Auto Agentic Advisor, which you can see here. There were a couple of things that I started to do, and I built this out. The first part was I took a bunch of information about Auto Agentic, but I also uploaded things like the book that I wrote from the transactional age to the intelligence age. I uploaded all sorts of information about Auto Agentic. And I created it so that, first of all, you could also book a meeting, schedule a conversation right here as a tab inside the chatbot. But then I also had the chat, and I did two things. I had it set up that you could take a look at past chats. So this would all come up, and you can see I was asking things like, tell me about Auto Agentic. So Auto Agentic is an executive level strategic consultancy and technology provider specifically designed to transition automotive dealerships from manual operations into the area of agentic intelligence. And you can see it started to break down that we were built on three core pillars: the automotive intelligence pyramid, unrivaled leadership depth, the platform, our engagement map. I even asked, are they expensive? What are the costs? And then it started to break all of this out. I started to take a look at how else could we do things. So one of the things that I did was I actually created the ability that you could tap to speak. So I'll just show you right here. I'd like to I'd like you to answer, what is agentic AI, please? So as you can see, I was able to create it so I could just talk into it. I then set it up actually to do a few things, because a lot of terms and a lot of people, as they're trying to learn these things, it can get a little bit complicated. So I also structured the chat that it would start off, when it comes down to things like AI literacy, start in the simplest terms. So agentic AI is the shift from AI that simply answers to AI that actually acts. So think of it as the difference between a GPS and a self-driving car. Standard AI like ChatGPT, you ask it for a route, it gives you directions, you still have to do the driving. Agentic AI, you give it a destination, increase service absorption by 5% this month, and it operates the vehicle. It looks at the traffic, your DMS data, talks to the passengers, your customers, and adjusts the route in real time to help get you there. So I wanted a simple explanation that would actually work within an automotive context. So then I had to say, would you like a deeper dive? So this was going to allow, I was worried that too much detail and people would get a little bit overwhelmed. So I'm just going to say yes. And then you can see right here, it gives a fairly thorough deeper dive now, but I wanted to keep it in the strategic context of a dealership. Agentic AI represents a shift from chatbots to digital employees. While standard AI, like a basic GPT or a website chatbot, is reactive, meaning it still sits until a human asks it a question, agentic AI is proactive and goal-oriented. So again, it started to provide all of these answers, and I did structure so that way it created all of this information as part of its contextual window that it could then refer to. And again, I then also set it up at the end of key meetings that it could say, would you like to book a meeting? So basically, what I was able to do with vibe programming is to not only create my chatbot, I was able to incorporate this for lead management, and All of that information now starts to go and really breaks out all of this information in clear, simple terms, and then it gets more complicated. So that way I'm not overwhelming as the questions are being asked. And the questions can be asked about AI overall from an educational standpoint, which is very important for us at Auto Agentic, but it can also answer questions also about our company. So if you want to go in and type in something like, why should I use Auto Agentic as an AI company for my dealership? Choosing Auto Agentic means you're not buying another AI tool. You're investing in an intelligence architecture designed by automotive veterans who understand exactly how a dealership makes and loses money. In the simplest terms, most AI companies sell you a digital wrench, a chatbot, a lead generator, or a photo enhancer. We provide the digital master technician. And again, want a deeper dive? I'm going to say yes. So you can see now this is now a much more enhanced explanation. So a strategic breakdown of why Auto Agentic is the choice for elite dealership groups, moving beyond the AI hype to actual operational transformation. We solve the coordination debt problem. Most dealerships own 8 to 15 different software tools that don't talk to each other. This creates coordination debt. The friction, double entry, and lost leads that occur in the gaps between these systems. The Auto Agentic difference, our platform acts as an orchestration layer. Second point, built by 100 years of automotive and AI DNA. And it talks about all of the people behind Auto Agentic, the intelligence pyramid roadmap. We don't just install and leave. We use our proprietary automotive intelligence pyramid to assess your current state. Most stores are at level 2. And we provide a 30 to 360-day roadmap to get you to level 4, connected, and level 5, autonomous. We have enterprise-grade security. So SOC 2, Type 2 certified security layer, etc. Seamless integration, not rip and replace, the auto intelligence thought leadership. And the bottom line, other companies sell you a chatbot to handle leads. Auto Agentic builds an intelligence layer that handles your entire operation. And then again, could I get your name, email, and the name of your dealership group? I'll have one of our partners reach out to start that assessment. So that's a really good example, hopefully, of some things that you can do with vibe programming. If anybody has any questions, throw them in the comments or reach out to me directly. I'm more than happy to answer them. I think part of the goal of not just myself, but Auto Agentic and all of our team is really trying to explore AI education and literacy for the industry. Obviously, what I'm showing you works outside of automotive, but at the end of the day, if this was useful for you, I'm glad. And one of the things that I would say is a key takeaway. If you can think it right now, try it with AI. Just explore it, whether it's vibe programming. There's tons of different tools that you can be using, from Lovable to Replete to Cursor to Codex to so many. And you're going to be amazed at what you're going to be able to accomplish. And I don't care how much technical skills you have. You can have absolutely none. I promise you, you can figure out how to use this. So go to autoagentic.ai or go to barryhillier.com. And I've got lots of information on both sites that are educational, as well as you can learn more about myself and Auto Agentic. Thanks.